Well, good afternoon, everyone. Before I call this meeting to order, I want to announce that we have individuals attending remotely as well as on site. All participants joining by phone should mute their phones when not speaking to avoid background noise. During the meeting, please make sure that you announce yourself by name and title every time you speak so the public that is participating knows who is speaking. This is critical given the number of remote participants and is guidance from the Kansas Attorney General's office. I'll call the meeting to order. Clerk, roll call, please.
Good afternoon. You are hereby notified that a special meeting of the Unified Government of Wyandotte County in Kansas City, Kansas pursuant to Rules of Procedure 601 ETSEQ is to be conducted in a hybrid format in the Commissioners' Chambers of the Municipal Office Building 701 North 7th Street, Kansas City, Kansas on Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022 at 3:30 p.m. regarding discussion of the process for posting of the county administrator's position. Roll call. Townsend.
Here.
McKiernan.
Here.
Ramirez.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Kane.
Here.
Markley.
Here.
Stites.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Bynum.
Here.
Burrows.
Here.
Garner.
Here. Clerk, are there any revisions to tonight's agenda?
There were no revisions to today's agenda, Mayor.
Thank you. Well, the first item and only item on the agenda is we have an item. It's under the Commissioner's agenda, and it's discussion of the process for the posting of the county administrator's position. I'll ask Commissioner Markley to open up with remarks.
You didn't even make me hit my button. Thanks. At the time of Ms. Cheryl Harrison Lee's appointment, several commissioners expressed that a nationwide search for a permanent county administrator should be conducted. We have not received an update on the hiring process for this critical leadership position. Ms. Harrison Lee was appointed on an interim basis without the opportunity for a nationwide search and evaluation of potential candidates. The community and the commission deserve the opportunity to solicit, review, and compare multiple county administrator candidates to ensure the best possible candidate is appointed to lead the county. The hiring process for a county administrator is extensive under any circumstances, and the job market today demands that the position be posted with all speed in order to locate and screen appropriate candidates for permanent appointment. We request that the position be referred to an executive search firm and posted immediately, and in any case, no later than 30 days from this meeting date. We further request that a timeline of the hiring process be supplied to the commission within 45 days. We request that the full commission participate in identifying finalists and interviewing those finalists, and that the process outlined provide ample opportunity for community input, similar to the process utilized to screen our police chief candidates. Finally, we request that the commission receive updates on the hiring process not less than one time per month until a permanent administrator is appointed. Thank you.
Any discussion? Commissioner Bynum.
Thank you, Mayor. I concur with the statement. I think that the job of county administrator is a job of utmost importance within our entire community. I don't know how we can identify that we have the very best candidate to do that work for us, which I reiterate is critical. If we don't post the job nationwide, conduct a search, conduct interviews, and select the candidate that we think is best from all of those who may apply. It's such a critical and important job. I believe that's the process we've gone through with previous leadership, as Commissioner Markley has indicated, through both our police chief and fire chief, but not only that, for previous county administrators. So thank you.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just as Commissioner Bynum, I concur with the statement given. We are still we're coming out of a global pandemic, which was in a very unstable moment for our community. Past administration was able to maintain some form of stability. And I think moving forward, it's important that we continue to strive for that stability for our community. So I concur with the statement.
Commissioner McKiernan.
Thank you, Mayor. I agree with the statement, and I think it would be consistent with industry best practice to begin the process of formally searching for a permanent administrator at this time. Thank you.
Commissioner King?
I agree with everything that's been said. When Mr. Bach got picked, we were all over at the Reardon Center. There was multiple candidates. In fact, we kind of liked one and he backed out. So then Mr. Bach got involved, but all the commissioners were involved, staff was involved, and I think we need to continue moving forward with what we've done in the past to move in the future.
Any other discussion? Commissioner Townsend?
Thank you, Mayor. I concur with the statement. I also want to say, just so it's clear, that I'll speak for myself. This is not a knock in any way on Mrs. Harrison Lee. As Commissioner McKiernan indicated, I believe this is a best practice procedure issue. And Ms. Harrison Lee could certainly apply for the full-time position, but I think it serves the community, the mayor's office, and this commission best if we follow the procedure that was done, I guess now 5 or 6 years ago, when Mr. Bach was hired. There was a lot of community engagement, not just this commission. So I agree with the statement. It is not, from my perspective, a personal charge against the interim, but I think this is the right practice and the best procedure to follow.
Commissioner Johnson?
Thank you, Mayor. I think I was pretty clear from day one. I was very impressed with the resume that we received from Ms. Harrison Lee. The only apprehension I shared then, and I'll just reiterate for the record, was that we did not at that time look at other candidates, although I was very impressed with her resume. As a matter of best practice, and I think it's already been stated, I thought from day one, and I stated that to you, that I thought we should have looked at it, a few more candidates as well. So I just wanted to make sure that that was understood, that this is something that's not stated just because of the meeting tonight. For me, it's something that I have stated from day one. Thank you.
Commissioner Burrows?
Thank you. Mayor, just for the discussion, I would ask some of my colleagues if there's a time frame, maybe that would assist us in coming to some resolution that we set forward, a time frame. If this is the action we choose to take on a national search, make it date certain that we start, what actions may be taken in reference to a national search. Will it be in journals? Will it be in publications that go out across the nation? I'm sure there's a licensed organization of administrators. I was just curious if there has been any discussion by my colleagues and or administration to determine if we're going to take this action, potential action today, if we have an idea of what action may be taken.
Commissioner Stites?
Commissioner Stokes. So I concur with the statements that were previously given. And I think it's just the right thing to do, to be transparent and to open it up to all possible candidates. And I for sure think that Ms. Lee should apply, just like if anybody that was interested in that position, we can vet them just like we would a police chief, a fire chief, and make sure that we have found the best candidate to run as county administrator for our county. Thank you.
Commissioner Markley?
Thanks, Mayor. In response to Commissioner Burrows, yeah, I do think we would hire a nationwide search firm that would be in keeping with our practices for past upper level leadership. that would perform the rest of the process and would know where to post and what to post and how long to post and all of those sorts of things. I did reference the police chief candidate process just because staff put together a series of sort of workshops to help evaluate those candidates as well as for community input in the same way that I think would be appropriate for this job. So I think that's what we're looking at.
Any other discussion? Commissioner Kane?
Your thoughts on this, Mayor?
I'll share that with you. Commissioner Davis?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I think it's important to note, thank you all for coming, especially the public, because it's, middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday, and it's not necessarily the most convenient time to show up. And so I think the fact that all of the commissioners showed up 3:30 on a Tuesday speaks, we can't get all of us to show up in person for our regular meetings. And so the fact that we're all here, I think, shows the commitment for us to get this right. I agree with the statement. I want to also add that our community should have a voice. Like forget Commissioner Davis, forget me. I want our community to have a voice on who the next, who the permanent county administrator is. And I want time to be able to talk with my constituents about what they see and what they feel, what they're experiencing in their neighborhoods. I want the people of Wyandotte County to feel a part of the process. So yes, I concur with the statement, but I really, really hope that it is people-centered. It is the constituents of Wyandotte County that have a voice in this process. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Okay. If we read the charter ordinance, section 2-61, appointment and removal of employees, administration, forfeiture of office. It says neither the commission nor any of its individual members shall in any manner direct, supervise, or require the appointment, promotion, transfer, assignment, demotion, discipline, suspension, discharge, or removal of any officers or employees that the mayor, county administrator, or any of their subordinates are empowered to appoint. I think that speaks for itself. I stand firmly in alignment with our administrator. She has been our administrator barely 4 months. She's in the middle of doing an assessment and an audit of the unified government. We need to give her time to do the work that needs to be done. It sends a bad message to this community when you talk about stability. And when you talk about moving this organization in a different direction, if you didn't get the message loud and clear from this community that they wanted change, change is here and it's not going away. I'm not here to play politics as usual, and I won't. I feel really bad for Ms. Harrison Lee having to endure a commission that is coming forward and say, do a national search when she hasn't even been here for the duration of her contract. I want her to feel confident in the work that she is trying to do. And it's imperative that not only this mayor, but this commission support her in that work. I said it before, and I'll say it again, because it was brought up out of order in a commission meeting. I'm not prepared to have that discussion. I'm not going to have that discussion until I'm ready. We will abide by the ordinance because that's what we're bound to be abide by. If we get to that bridge that says we need to have a discussion about seeking a new administrator from a national search, I will definitely be sure to let you know. We have got to work together as a commission, as a staff, and as an administration. And I can tell you what, we had survey results. And I've been out in this community talking to the residents community. I have not heard from anybody in this community that says, open up a national search for an administrator. I'd like to see this commission have a special session about how do we lower taxes? How do we do something about the pilot? How do we improve the quality of life for our residents that have been demanding and begging for change? Those are the things that we need to bring to this table and talk about, and not behind closed doors, open so everybody knows where you stand and where we stand on trying to move Wyandotte County forward. I'm not here to play politics, and I won't. You can play it if you want to. I feel ashamed that we are even having this conversation. I ask that we come together and we work on the issues that are important to Wyandotte County. And it's not about me. It never has been and never will be. This meeting is adjourned.
There's questions.